So we doing it like this. Gather round, true believers. That's if you still living. You know what it is. This is Mint God. Happy New Year to you. Thank you for riding with us. Thank you for supporting us for the last few years, but especially for 2023. We're putting that work in. We're figuring out what we did wrong. We're figuring out what we did right. We're figuring out how to get to this bag. And we're also figuring out how to do things so we can help those less fortunate than us. So thank you. From In the Name of Comics and Everyone Loves a Good Story and the MCU Society. Jonathan Majors is out. Jonathan Majors is not scheduled to play Kang for the foreseeable future, if ever again. I do believe that in time, with repair to his reputation, that he could possibly come back. So it's probably going to be appealed. If he doesn't appeal, I think his lawyer messed up, but he did enough that we know the truth. Like, he wasn't running from a crime scene. He wasn't running in guilt. He was running to get away from someone who was chasing him, plus then the testimonies. So, moving off of that, on my page, Everyone Loves a Good Story, the media arm of the MCU Society, I asked, which Marvel Cinematic Universe project would you love most to see Doctor Doom directly teased in for the first time? I'll put it in the order that they're going to come out in, not the way that I have it on the page. Deadpool 3 would be the first one, right? That's what's scheduled to come out first. Captain America Brand New World is number 2. Fantastic Four, and ending it off, because we don't know exactly where it is in production yet, but we expect it to be after Fantastic Four, Blade. So basically what I'm asking here is, how do we bring Dr. Doom in? Where do you want to see him first? Where should it start? Directly. Dr. Doom was always part of the plan. He was supposed to be the big surprise, along with the Beyonder, for Secret Wars. Scoopers kind of messed it up and tainted it, trying to say that no, Kang is supposed to be whatever. Scoopers are, for the most part, they're people with relationships with someone that works in Marvel or one of the studios, whether it's DC, Marvel, or Netflix, the others, or they work with the talent agencies. Or, it's always somebody that's close to somebody. It's normally not somebody that actually works in the studio, because that's their livelihood. And if they get caught out there, they could lose their job. Point being is, nobody really knows except for Feige and Co. when it comes to Marvel. And some stuff comes out, and then you have to try to figure it out. So when it comes to Dr. Doom, if you check my receipts or whatever you guys do when you look at the Twitter pages, and I've always said Dr. Doom was part of the plan from the beginning, and he was, and you'll find that out in the future. So the idea that, now Kang isn't going to be the main villain, Dr. Doom, that's BS. Dr. Doom was always going to be a part of this. Like, how do you do a Secret Wars without Dr. Doom? Do you guys even know what you're talking about? Marvel is not that daft. Marvel is not that daft that they would do a Secret Wars. Secret Wars? There's been one since 1984, all the way to Jonathan Hickman's, and Doom was the center of it. Get your minds right. I get the game or whatever. If that's how you live, that's what you're doing, fine. We're not doing that over here. We really love this culture. We really love this stuff. And we want to share, because that's how you elevate. Not by stringing people along and playing them for dumb. What's your choice? Would you want it to start with Deadpool, Captain America, Brand New World, Fantastic Four, Blade? Everyone loves a good story. So now here's my point of view on the situation. I'm hearing people saying that there's not enough room or time to bring Doctor Doom in. False. Thanos didn't need that much time. And with these 4 films that I'm discussing right now, that brings way more than enough time to introduce Doctor Doom into Secret Wars. That's why my personal choice would be to bring Doctor Doom in with a tease, or even better, in Deadpool 3. Here's why. Doctor Doom is a man of means. He is a ruler of a sovereign nation, and he is a mastermind. Deadpool is a merc for hire. Deadpool, from what we know about this movie, will be traveling the multiverse for whatever reason. I'm not going to go into the scoops and all of that. Just the stuff that I'm going to try to keep it as general as I can. Deadpool is going to be traveling the multiverse with Wolverine for whatever reason. Doctor Doom, in the comic books, found the multiverse as well. One of the realities that Deadpool goes into could very well be the Earth where Doctor Doom rules. And if you don't know anything about it, it's a utopia. The one version of this Earth where we are not at war anymore, there's no famine, there's no poverty, everybody is good. Victor Von Doom is the ruler in the comic books. So it could be very well that flying through, Deadpool doing his Space Bandits thing and flying through time and space and all of that, lands in a utopia where Doctor Doom is ruling, right? Whether it's a tag scene at the end, which you guys call a mid-credit scene or a post-credit scene, or it's within the movie. Just vision Deadpool, right? I don't know if you guys saw Moon Knight, but there was a question on whether there was a castle that Mark, he has split personalities. So when he came back into his main personality, he was in a country, and it was never specified what country it was, and there were people shooting at him from a castle. The question was whether that was Latveria. So why not say that was Latveria, right? We saw in some of the leaked pictures for Deadpool that the ice cream truck that Mark was, Moon Knight was escaping from, is going to be in Deadpool 3. So why not have Deadpool crash into that castle and be surrounded by Doombots and say something? In fact, why not do it, how Deadpool is? Why not have Deadpool do a play on the way that Hulk smashed into the Sanctum Sanctorum and said, Thanos is coming. But instead, he's crashing through that castle and it being Castle Doom. And Doombots are standing over him the way that Doctor Strange and Wong were standing over Bruce, warning about Thanos. He's saying something, Deadpool saying something stupid like, take me to your leader. Just to let you guys know, like, okay, who's the leader? And you're seeing a bunch of modernized versions of the Iron Man robots from Avengers Age of Ultron. Because let's not forget that Sokovia was destroyed. And we've also been theorizing and even hoping that Sokovia was turned, or at least parts of Sokovia were taken on and became parts of Latveria, which is the country that Doom rules in Marvel. So this is just a way for Doom to be teased as early as Deadpool 3. And just 3 more movies that we have to get to. So this is why I'm saying I choose Deadpool 3. We don't have to see Doom in Deadpool 3. All we have to see is a correlation between Moon Knight and Deadpool 3. They're both mercenaries. There's already going to be a connection there. We see it. And see some Doom bots. That'll set everybody on fire right now. The whole Marvel fandom will go crazy. Fine. The next movie, Captain America, Brand New World. Totally excited. Shout out to Anthony Mackie for that. Very happy he's going to be officially getting his first lead as Captain America. Shout out to everybody that works on this project. I know that they're doing reshoots and doing all of that. So what we do know about this is that there's going to be contention over the Celestial that's in the ocean, Tiamat. We have been told that there will be resources from the body that could very well be adamantium. I don't know that for sure. I wasn't told that it was adamantium by anybody that I know personally, but it was confirmed that they're going to be fighting over natural resources from the celestial body. It could be Mysterium for all I know, which I think is the same material or, the same metal or the same rock that Loki was walking on at the end of time in season 2 series finale, which would augment his powers for him to be able to control the multiverse. That's just another tip in there. Pause. But yeah, so back to Captain America. Anyway, they're gonna be fighting over the resources. So there's gonna need to be, the same way in Wakanda Forever, there's gonna need to be a UN meeting. I think in the UN meeting, it would just be really dope to say the chair recognizes the de facto recognized sovereign ruler of the sovereign nation of Latveria. And boom, you see a modernized version of an Iron Man suit with the mask, and it's King Von Doom wearing the mask as a symbol of solidarity and poking at Stark Enterprises because of what happened to Sokovia. Say something slick, Doom is on the board now. You see him, you're going crazy, makes Captain America go out the roof, and the movie's not even about him. It's just the fact that now he's solidified as part of the MCU for sure. You see him. He's on the world stage, recognized for the first time as the king of a nation. That's what we want. That's Doom. We have no idea what he was doing before this. We don't know what he's about to do. We just have the fact that Doom is on the board as a king and that he's about getting that adamantium, mysterium, or whatever it's going to be. Right? Okay. If you don't know what mysterium is, that is one of the oldest metals in Marvel that is actually part of the Big Bang as well as the celestial armor. Shout out Pepe Larraz. He just was on Twitter saying that he just designed the Mysterium armor labeled the Mark 72. I don't know if that's going to stick, if it's actually Mark 72 or Mark 74 or 76. There's a little question in that. Somebody holler at Tom Brevoort for that. But either way, the Mysterium armor. Mysterium is definitely a very powerful metal, unbreakable, probably one of the few things that could put a dent in adamantium. Don't know. Whatever they're gonna fight over. The other clue that I heard that made sense to me because of the whole Wolverine thing that I've been trying to tell everybody for years, and nobody believed that mutants were gonna even be on the board in 2023, 2024. Everybody's been saying mutants were gonna be, the next saga, because nobody listens. Everybody thinks, even scoopers, everybody thinks they know something because they know somebody. Like I told you guys earlier, Parliament, Feige, and whatever contractors that are signed to NDAs that want to keep their jobs. Nobody else knows. And most of the times they only know part of it. Only Feige and the Parliament know. So take that as you will. That would be the way I would introduce, even if you didn't have the Deadpool and you started off with Captain America Brave New World, that's where I would start with Doom and Captain America Brave New World. Just the UN, just on screen. And if you don't want to use the mask, then take the mask that Black Widow uses, and just actually get to see Doom's face without the scar. That would be a change from the canon Doom from the comics, but I'm okay with that because whatever actor is going to play Doom is going to be a big actor. Like I've been telling people that I heard that it could possibly be Henry Cavill. I'm excited if that's who it's going to be. Pause. But my favorite choice would be Bill Skarsgård. I think he's from Romani descent. He's got the acting chops. He's got the actual physical makeup of somebody that would actually be Dr. Doom. Bill Skarsgård, if not Henry Cavill. So there we go. Now we're gonna go on to Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four is the most obvious choice to start bringing Doom in, but mind you, because of what happened, right? Imagine starting off with Deadpool, teasing him, then showing him in Captain America. Now we're at Fantastic Four. He doesn't even have to be in the movie. All he has to do is be shown as the mastermind behind whatever problems they were going through in the movie and how he was going to take advantage of it at the end. And we've already developed Doom just as much, if not more, than Thanos was developed in the Infinity Saga up to before Infinity War. I don't even have to go in. If you know anything about the Fantastic Four, you don't even, put it this way. Anything with the Fantastic Four, you could put Dr. Doom in and it'll make sense. So don't even worry about Santa. That's the easiest place to place him in. It just doesn't make sense to start him there, especially if we need him now more, if we need to focus on him more because Kang isn't going to be in the story as much, right? And I was told a long time ago too that there was a possibility that Doom would get his own project. I don't know if it was a special presentation. I don't know if it's a series. I don't know if it's a film. But I think Doom was at some point being considered to get his own project. That would be it for me. Like, that'd be it for all of us. Dr. Doom getting his own, because he's the best. As much as Kang is my personal favorite Marvel villain, Doom is he's the sickest Marvel villain there is. Bar none. I can't even argue with that. I don't think there's anything like Dr. Doom is Dr. Doom. Just think about Darth Vader. Dr. Doom is the Darth Vader of the Marvel the Marvel universe. And worse than that. Like he's Darth Vader and the Emperor. You know what I'm saying? And he's even crazier than that. He's Darth Vader, the Emperor, and I would say Boba Fett. Like he's all of that in one character. It's crazy. So, last but not least, Blade. What people don't seem to realize is that, one, Blade's father was a member of a gypsy clan called the Tirana. That gypsy clan was from Latveria. Yeah, so Blade's father has Latvian heritage. I'll let that sink in. Yeah. So that would show that Latveria existed before Sokovia was destroyed, and maybe just expanded due to the destabilization of Sokovia by the Avengers and Ultron. I'm with all of the smoke right there. It expounds that Doom not only took over his gypsy country, but he expanded it. And they love him in that area. He can do no wrong there. Blade is supposed to be, Blade and Fantastic Four are supposed to have elements that go back to the past. So there's way to add more layers to Dr. Doom's story very simply in there. Not to mention, in the comic books, Blade, Dr. Doom has ties to Dracula. He and Dracula barter, trade. It'd be a perfect way to show the level that Doom is working on. Also, to be different, this is one that I was alluding to on Twitter. The Cabal is going to be brought together the same way the Illuminati is going to be brought together. Like, Secret Wars is supposed to be good and evil coming together on Battle World, and then evening things out, like figuring out the Beyond, trying to see which side is going to win. So, how dope would it be if Dracula, Doom, the leader, Ultron as a wild card, I don't know so much about Ultron as part of the Cabal. The Cabal would be the group of evil, the bad guys, for Secret War. And Blade being a part of the good guys for Secret War. Now, mind you, Secret Wars, I was the first one online letting everybody know Secret Wars was going to be 2 parts, and that the Kang Dynasty was the lead into the 2-parted Secret Wars. So now that Kang is not going to be the main focus, and they're calling Kang Dynasty Avengers 5, maybe they're just taking the Kang part out of the story, and they're going to just focus on the Secret Wars parts 1 and 2. If that's the case, I would see, and it does make total sense. I don't know how scoopers think they know this, but Secret Wars #1, it makes sense for the Beyonder to be the main villain. Then Dr. Doom, creating the twist at the end of Secret Wars 1, and then being the main villain for Secret Wars 2. Now, I just laid out 6 different movies that go to the end of the multiverse saga. The whole idea that Dr. Doom doesn't have enough runway to become the main villain or to show how ill he is, I think I've just proved that that's wrong. You guys let me know what you think. I can come back and do another video on this if you enjoyed it. I hope you liked my ideas. It's Mint God Theory. We are focused. We're ready to get back in this game and inspire you guys. We have a couple projects and a couple new partners that we're going to be bringing in to do different types of exhibits, and thinking about the YouTube channel and how we can engage with you The comic books are on sale at inthenameofcomics.com, and they'll be back up on the eBay store very soon. So, check us out there. So the break is over. Happy New Year, guys. Happy holidays. Happy Kwanzaa. Peace.
Stay tuned and follow us at In the Name of Comics.